Hi everyone, David Mitchell from Bayview Renovations, and it's the end of week 3 of our Berkeley Court project in Mount Eliza. And as you can see now, the plastering has begun. So there's been a lot of work done this last week. We had Easter in between, so we've had about 4 days off. So progress to this date has been exceptional by the boys. Let's get into it. So you can see all new downlights in these areas now. So my electrician has come through, rewired all of that. We've actually put a block in the roof here for a ceiling fan as well, which was requested during the rough-in stage. You can see here now, this is plastered. That's where the old hallway was, to that back door there. And if you remember me in the last video, we removed that wall. So it's now made this kitchen area really, really nice and big. Much bigger in fact, and much more open plan. Looks really cool. So you can see in here as well, obviously, all the light locations running through that center of that ceiling there. And then obviously all of the plumbers have been through this week, and we've roughed in the water there for the sink and dishwasher and the drain location. We've also run new cable circuits, that's actually whole circuits, to the switchboard for the induction cooktop. They actually draw a lot of power, induction cooktops, so they need their own circuits. You can see the oven there, there's a wall oven going in there. We'll reconnect the range hood to the existing range hood cowl, and then on this side, you can see these couple of cables here. So what we've decided during the week, which is a fantastic decision, we've run a couple of circuits here for underfloor heating, and that's called in-screed heating in this case, because this house, the slab is, the highest point in the slab is actually here, but in that corner over there, it's about 15 mil lower. So the slab, it's all over the place. It's a bit wavy, and we get that all the time. So what we're going to do is we're going to run cables, electrical cables that you run resistance through, power, and then we put a screed over the top of that, just a thin screed, so 15 mil screed. And what that will do, that'll take up all the discrepancies in the floor, and it will be perfectly level. And inside that screed will be the underfloor heating, and there'll be 2 digital control pads that'll go on that wall there. And that way the house will be absolutely beautiful. It's probably the nicest heat you can have. Very controllable, very smart technology. It learns your house. You can program it, you don't have to run it all the time. But in a case like this, where there's no roof space, so you can see the exposed beams from the roof, so you can't put any ducting for heating or cooling in the ceiling, and obviously it's a slab, so a house with stumps, we can get underneath and we can put pipes underneath and put ducting under the floor. So in this case, you can't put ducts under the floor and you can't put them in the ceiling. So your option is to put underfloor heating, under tile heating, like I just described. So this whole area, once we've put the underfloor heating in, we've screed it, and then it's all going to be tiled with big 600 by 600 tiles. And the other thing that you need is a perfectly flat surface when you're using large size tiles, if you want a small grout joint. Otherwise you'll have corners of the tile sticking up everywhere. So it's a really good idea to self-level the floor. We have self-leveling agent, something in the newer era of building, probably about 5-10 years old, where you can put a very thin screed. It goes off very hard, and then you basically pour it out like water and it self-levels itself. So that's exciting. I'm really, really, really happy to be putting that underfloor heating in. It's going to make a massive difference to this house. It's in a beautiful location, in a valley. You can see there. So it's going to get cold in winter. It is Melbourne, so I'm happy for them. Plus, it's actually a real luxury item as well. If you're looking at doing it yourself, people come in, it's like really nice and ambient. Of course, there's a fireplace that goes there. You can still use those things. It's an added sort of luxury item, I suppose, and something nice to sit around, have a wine or a beer with friends or family or just your partner. However, the small amount of heat in the floor. It's not in your face, it's not blowing air, it's clean, you know, you're not upsetting dust particles. If you've got asthma in your family or anything, it's really, really good for that. So anyway, let's move on. So you can see in here as well, all of this end of the kitchen's now plastered, and that's where that wall was going across there. What we did, we ran cables up that wall across into there, and actually water as well. You can see that water pipe there, across the ceiling and across and down. And that allowed us to have power where we needed it to be, such as here for the fridge, and also here. That's a water point for the fridge. Even if you don't have a fridge that has water currently, highly recommend putting it in. It's a really cool luxury item as well. So this is through to the laundry. That's now a cavity slider. So you can see there, that's instead of a swinging door, especially in this layout where the door's in the middle of the room, you don't want the door hanging out in the middle of the room. So a sliding cavity door is a fantastic idea where the door slides inside the wall. In the laundry, we have the water points here. So it'll be a sink and then a washing machine and a dryer underneath the stone top bench. We removed all the old plaster, put new plaster, rewired, and of course there's a new light that's roughed in as well. And if you look at the previous video, there used to be a door that went through to there as well, and that's the other bathroom. It wasn't really needed. There's a toilet on that side. So yeah, and obviously that's where the shaving cabinet's going to go in the second stage of this build. So that'll get done at a later stage. So all plastered in the laundry. This side's all full carcass on this side. So yeah, so that's just been patched up as is required. So just move on through into the master. So in here we put a fan with a light on it, and then in this room here we just relocated the power points slightly. You can see them now, and then obviously sconces on the wall. In here, this is through to the ensuite. We basically put a cavity door again just to create space. The ensuite in this house is quite small. So you can see there, we've just put a half sheet there where we needed to. And then in here, there's been quite a lot of work done. So we actually had to cut the slab. You can see there we've repaired the slab. So we put starter bars and reconcreted the slab where we needed to, because we had to relocate the position of the drain to create that shower base that we love to have in all of our builds, and that is a strip grate across the wall with at least 15mm of fall in the shower. And then on this side here, the toilet used to go out that way. It's now this way. So, you know, you don't want an ugly side throw pan going out the side. That's going to look so much better. It'll look fantastic. And then as you can see now, it's all plastered. There's that really cool ledge that goes across the back. That's going to be so functional once it's finished, because obviously when you have a toilet there, you can put your sprays or a nice candle or smell things, or, you know, even just spare paper if you want to, up on that ledge. But in your shower, you can put all of your bottles and all of the things that you use in your shower on that ledge as well. And then that screen will just go up and across and up there. On this side here, we've roughed in the water, so you can see your mixer and your water point for your shower head. In this room, we put a brand new, I'll just go back so you can see. We put a brand new ceiling in this one. The ceiling was pretty average, so we put a brand new ceiling in here, and you can just see where the power points are. And on the vanity side, so obviously again, mixer and spout off the wall, and then that in-wall shaving cabinet. And of course, in the shaving cabinet, we put a power point inside, as we always do, for functionality. So you put your, electric toothbrush and things like that in there. And of course, there's going to be an LED light under the vanity, which comes on when you walk in the door, and that will be the sensor up there in the corner. That'll be your downlight. That's probably it. The other thing in this room is underfloor heating again, which is separate to the main section. So you can see here we've roughed in these cables, and first time doing this, we're actually having under towel heating. So you basically wrap the underfloor heating up the wall, and it goes behind your towels and dries your towels. So can't wait to see that one installed. So this week coming up, now that the plumbing and electrical has been roughed in and plastering's done, we'll finish the plastering. So plasterers will come in and trowel everything. Once it's all troweled, we need to then get the underfloor heating out in the living areas, screed the entire floor, and then we'll be able to start tiling. So maybe get to some waterproofing at the end of the week. Just finish this floor off, get the floor level right in prep for the tiler, and we may need to just, the boys have already done it. We just ground that little section there out. I asked them to grind that down 5 mil, and then we're going to come up here 10 mil, and that'll create 15 mil of fall. And hopefully that's not too technical for you. The strip grate goes in there, of course, and yeah, that's about it. So yeah, thanks for watching.